Rotary cutters or fabric scissors, which to use? If you ask which I prefer personally, I would say hands down fabric scissors. The truth is, to really find out which is better for you, you have to experiment with both in various cutting scenarios. You may find that rotary cutters are easier on your joints and perhaps more enjoyable to use, but the sharpness and imposing nature of a rotary blade can be sort of scary and intimidating. In which case, a pair of traditional fabric scissors will always provide an effective, safe option. There is really no right or wrong way. The choice of rotary cutters versus fabric scissors is purely individual. But it is important to use them properly for best results, so a few techniques do apply. Here are some of these techniques and of course a few pros and cons associated with using both of these tools. Take a look. In the pattern cutting process, it is really up to you whether you prefer to use rotary cutters or conventional fabric scissors. There are pros and cons for both, and so it is a good idea to experiment with them individually prior to deciding which to use or which one you prefer. Keep in mind that rotary cutters can provide a great alternative to fabric scissors in certain cutting scenarios, but they may not be suitable for all projects. Fabric scissors continue to be a necessary staple in dressmaking, but are often hindered by their limited power to withstand cutting through thick fabric layers and cutting continuous straight edges. For that reason, you may want to invest in both of these cutting tools and use them interchangeably as needed. Rotary cutters have a sharp circle blade on one end and a comfortable handle on the other. When in use, the rotary blade is exposed free to move around in a circular motion like a pizza cutter. When not in use, the blade should be locked or covered with a protective barrier or an actual blade cap. Rotary cutters come in a variety of blade diameters, thicknesses, and edging styles. Smaller blades are used to maneuver around curved or irregular sewing pattern edges, providing increased control. Larger, thicker blades are used for straight edges when cutting thick or multiply stacked layers of fabric. Like any conventional blade, rotary blades will become stale and worn after prolonged use. The good news is all rotary cutters allow for blade replacement when the blade loses its sharpness or becomes damaged. You can purchase rotary blade refills at your local fabric or craft store. An important element to protecting both your cutting surface and the blade itself is to always use a cutting mat between the fabric and your work surface. Using a cutting mat will protect and prolong the life of your blade and maintain its sharpness. Of course, using a cutting mat will also protect your cutting table. There are a variety of cutting mat options available on the market, providing a variety of surface styles and sizes. Using a larger mat will prevent you from continuously shifting the fabric layers onto it as you cut. Keep in mind that rotary cutters are extremely sharp. Due to the entire blade being exposed during the cutting process, maximum awareness is required. Always keep your free hand out of the way of the blade, and use fabric weights instead of your hand to keep fabric layers in place. Always practice before cutting through your final fabric. It is important to feel comfortable balancing the rotary blade in order to achieve a smooth, accurate cut. Luckily, rotary cutters are available in a variety of comfortable handle styles. Some provide grip, others are shaped for hand containment and stability. Choose the handle that works best for your cutting style and project at hand. Fabric scissors are a mandatory tool in the sewing process, regardless of whether you prefer a rotary cutter as an alternative. Scissors are more functional, adding increased precision around uneven edges and inward corners. Just like rotary cutters, it is important to find the right pair of scissors for you. Whether you are right or left-handed or are sensitive to certain handle shapes and materials, you must experiment with a few styles before you find the right one for you. Start by choosing between left or right-handed scissors. Narrow down your choice to whether you prefer a metal handle or a plastic rubber one. While they are considered of higher quality, metal scissors can feel a bit heavy in your hand and provide less grip. A plastic handle is molded for comfort and provides a lightweight quality for prolonged cutting. The sharpness and long-lasting nature of the blade is another important factor to consider. The price of the scissors and the quality of the blade are often proportionally related. A mid-range price will provide a good quality pair of scissors for beginner to intermediate dressmakers. Be sure to check that the scissors are designed for fabric use specifically and are the right size to accommodate your sewing projects. It will take some experimentation before you find the perfect pair of scissors. As you become more advanced, you may want to invest in a higher quality, more expensive pair. In terms of blade styles, there are a few different options based on end use and your purpose. A plain blade is best for cutting out your pattern pieces and suitable with all woven fabrics and most knit fabrics. A serrated blade is used for cutting knits and more sensitive fabrics. Serrated blades provide more grip, which render them perfect for cutting through fabrics like silks, satins, and chiffons in a single clean stroke. Pinking shears result in a jagged chevron edge. It is not used for cutting out patterns, but rather for clean finishing raw fabric edges in order to prevent them from fraying. Never use pinking shears to actually cut your pattern pieces out. If you want to use a pinking finish on your seams, this should be done after the fabric pieces have been cut and separated from the paper patterns.